Welcome back, guys, to Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, where last episode, after confronting Vahram once more at his father's tomb, the previous King Darius rose once more to protect his son and slay Sargon, who carried the traitor's blood, as we managed to defeat the giant skeleton to obtain the Key of Kings. With our final reckoning now awaiting, we went on a quick hunt for the remaining parts of the prophecy, reading the bad omens written upon it before entering the royal corridors, as we now step up to face the end.
Vahram.
My father gave you the key to the palace, didn't he? Then you can enter the Hall of Divination, ready to face me, the older me, who has lost control.
You've seen your older self.
I just know he's there, and I don't want to be like him. Sargon, you're still my friend, are you? There has to be a way to save him.
I'll find a way. I didn't give up on you, and I won't give up on him.
It really is the point of no return.
I've lost too much to trust the Simurgh again. I can't believe in such a cruel god anymore.
The heart of the Simurgh.
With our powers combined as one, imagine all the good we could do for humankind.
Vahram, no human is meant to wield such power.
I am no mere mortal. I am the first immortal. Sargon, you must understand. The Simurgh's powers showed me the future. I saw our kingdom engulfed in flames. Our people suffering for nothing. Persia vanishing. Corrupted from within. We can stop it, Sargon. We can build a world free of deceit, lies, human weaknesses. Help me save Persia. Give me your powers.
No.
I am time and space. I am creation. And I will create a new, perfect empire.
Vahram! Vahram, no!
You should have joined me instead, Sargon.
Vahram destroyed everything. Mount Qaf, Persepolis. There is nothing left. No Immortals. No one. Only the void remains. Mighty Simurgh, you were the one gifting me life time and time again. Why did you choose me rather than the others? I'm not sure I understand. They They are always with me. I can't defeat them. What if it's too late? I don't exist anymore. I couldn't stop Vahram. Vahram is not my enemy. I can still save him.
We have now come to the crossroads of time. Wondering what that exactly means for us. The Eye of the Wanderer is unavailable to work in this place. I am nothing, but I can become the universe. It looks like some other guys got caught up in this as well here. Let's platform forward to who knows where.
Be the first to witness the birth of a new world, Sargon.
Vahram, you are mistaken. The world you have in mind cannot exist.
I am the one and only, the creator. A new world is not up for debate. It manifests itself for all.
When do I get to attack? Oh, feathers everywhere. Nice for you not to be doing red attacks, I've got to admit. Oh, you do it from the outside in, okay. And we're supposed to use our shadow to get out, of course. Oh, you just nuke me anyway? That's fine, I guess.
I am equal to a god.
Oh, I got hit.
my sacred duty. Perfect empire awaits.
Getting hit by some of these attacks is not good for me at all. So I think I'll take this and get a heal, but I think there's multiple phases here. Am I turning back time? Ah, no!
You cannot defeat a god, Sargon.
I can't join you either.
Getting swordy now, are we? Oh, they actually did hit me there? Okay. I need to counter them to get health, but then counting them allows me to get hit too. So you're still going... Oh, I got 2 balls now. Oh, I licked onto him instead of the thing. I didn't expect that. That changed my trajectory quite a bit. Okay, you got me a bit. Oh, that went faster than I thought it would. Whoa! Oh, I can counter that one. Oh, so there's like only 2 of them I can counter, is it?
You are resisting the inevitable.
No, this is my path. This is the only way.
Oh, there's 2 of you now. Oh, one of you was real and one of you was fake. Well, I thought that was going to be fine to dodge. Ah, yeah, I forgot the combo. Yeah. Oh, now you're being tricky. Maybe I could just dupe that ball out. Okay, you're getting me a lot more now. Oh yeah, spinny, not good. Maybe if I could build my Afro gauge up and get another full heal off that. But instead I'll just get lambasted by the attack. Yep. Oh no! I was doing so well, then the combo happened. Is this the 3rd phase now? Or just the 1st? Counter to get extra damage back, but it's not a good idea, is it?
Perfect empire awaits.
It's the 1st phase.
Power and purpose.
That was me thinking I was going to do it perfectly fine. I just got comboed. I was like, oh, I can probably just heal, if you know what I mean. And then I didn't.
This is my sacred duty.
Well, she got hit that time.
A world reborn.
Oh, so I've got my arrows too.
You cannot defeat a god, Sargon.
I can't join you either.
Only that one I can't block. The other ones I can. Playing worse in some aspects and better in others. Whoa, he's got a second part of that attack? What? That knocked him out?
Resisting the inevitable.
No, this is my path. This is the only way.
Oh, I thought I blocked at the right time for that one. Wasn't cloaked far enough.
I am equal to a god. This my true strength. In the name of creation.
What the hell? I'll hit you one of these days. Just not now. Counters ridiculously high damage as well, isn't it? I'm not the real one.
Perfect empire awaits.
Ha ha!
A world reborn. Efforts of futile. You will give me what's mine. It's over.
No. I'm here to save you from yourself.
What? Oh, you're not gonna like this. I seem to have powers. I've got sword blades. Okay, you got me a bit. Oh, it's longer than I thought. But if this is just my Afro power maxed out again. Oh, that did get me from there, did it?
Learn to sail and I will rescue you.
True warrior needs no weapon.
It's your actions that matter.
Then I wish to be where we Immortals are friends again.
You were right, Sargon. The Simurgh's powers were never ours.
It is the end.
May you bring the seeds of hope to all in Persia.
Vahram, no! Here is Prince Hassan. The Immortals have succeeded.
What is it doing? What's going on?
History will remember you. May our paths cross again.
Your Majesty.
Not anymore.
Sargon, you brought back the Simurgh, a triumph worthy of a king.
I need no praise. My blades served the crown, but in Mount Qaf, they were bloodied with the truth. Orod, Menelaus, Rajin, Anahita, Vahram. All dead now.
A small price to pay to secure my bloodline.
"30 years ago, King Darius was murdered. I'll let you confess that story.
Sargon?
There's something she's not telling us.
King Darius!
Sargon!
We deserve the throne for the people!
And that's our ending. As our credits roll. Okay. I guess it's a bit of a weird ending because it's not like spelled out for you in certain regards of what's going on. That's really cool game. Right. So I don't know if this is right, but obviously securing the bloodline, etc. I'm not even sure if of course, it's Hassan. It's like the way that Tomiris reacted is that don't care about Hassan leaving, really care about Sargon leaving. Kind of is telling. We never fought Rajen, yeah, that's a thing as well. I thought the old man was the Simurgh, right? I don't know if that's the Simurgh in its small form, but then it perched on Sargon as well. Which would mean it's the, the blessing, yada yada. If that is true as well, it's up for interpretation because there's no actually definitive said. I don't know what a Simurgh looks like when it's a tiny little bird. So that's an issue. But it was a trippy story. Everyone's dead. It doesn't even seem to be like a nice ending. The music itself seems quite depressive. And it also seems like an ending that's meant to lead on to more either DLCs or more games. Because personally, I would be very much up for that. I really enjoyed this as a Metroidvania. I know that others may not like the franchise taking this direction. This is my introduction to the franchise. Purely because it was a Metroidvania as well. Of course, knowing about the game, having existed throughout all my life. Knowing of it from game magazines, PC Gamers, when I was really young, just looking through it, going, look at all the games that I can't buy. But platforming puzzling is some of the main things of Prince of Persia, and Metroidvania is absolutely perfect for it. Prince is all around though at this point. That was really cool. I very much enjoyed it. I feel like you could make it more dense, is the way I'd put it. It's a longer game for a Metroidvania in the first place. Hollow Knight kind of deals with that, which is obviously a comparison here, due to length. With having even more bosses, I think it has a lot more in terms of boss fights. So I feel like that's one of the things it could definitely have. More like interesting encounters, probably a little bit more often, more challenging combat. But that aside, it feels like most of the game was built around that platform puzzle. And they were really good. It was really fun. The movement was really fluid. Most of the powers you got for movement then also just seamlessly folded into the combat, to the point that at the start of the game, you don't even get unlimited combos, of course. You knock back people on the third attack. And then by the end of the game, of course, you can pull yourself over or pull them to you, and you continue combos no matter what. The bow as adding parts of the combo. It was really nice how the traversal things added to the combat. Pretty much every time except for one, wasn't it? Which was the one power that didn't... Oh, double jump, yeah. That would make sense, wouldn't it? But of course, you could just reach more people to beat them up, so it's got combat applications too, especially dodging applications. That last fight, however, I probably wouldn't have lost to it if I didn't, like, I thought it was like 4 health, 5 health. I was trying to build up my bar to use that again, and I didn't think I was going to get comboed in that exact fashion. So I probably shouldn't have failed on that final boss either. But yes, there was a lot of not direct confirmations in this game. There's of course a lot of lore pieces and all that. Prophecy itself says that there's 3 princes on that mountain, and you were led to assume that's Hassan, Vahram, and Sargon. But the issue with that is there's also quite a few extra princes on that mountain. There's a lot of Sargon, some extra Vahrams. So, we saw, technically one Hassan, but, it's a little bit of a in between for that one. It's a very interesting game. Hello, Chelos, by the way. Hello, the game. What on earth? It's, a lot to think about. It kind of... There's not many games that close that end with kind of more questions than, I guess, answers at the point. Couldn't you have brought them back? Couldn't there, like, be a rejoining of the everything? I don't even know. It's just bonkers. It was a weird bonkers game. But it's a really good platform for sequels, to be fair. And though the sales, as I understand it, for this game aren't hot at the moment, it is a very hot season for games. Final Fantasy's coming out in a month. We've got various other releases through February, like Dragon, etc. People will save their money. This will probably sell over time, because in the Metroidvania genre itself, there's a lot of hunger, a lot of appetite for, like, good ones. And this is a good one. It can do, obviously more patches will come and make it a bit more solid. The only kind of, like, there's another question, it really is just, where the hell was Rajen? We don't really understand why Ord and Manolius are still dead after reversing time. Did we reverse time? Are people alive or not? Maybe there's a post-credit scene, we'll find out a little bit more. So there's just, lots of questions, not much of answers. Are they going to do a DLC? Is that why Rajen was left out? You've got a whole immortal missing that you could probably build something around. Seem to not like us. Seems like a lead-in. And I say this world isn't even ended. You've left a lot open. The Prince Hassan just leaves the crown, the people and all that, the thing about the regicide. Like, it's the thing. It didn't end happily ever after. We found out what happened. We actually told the things happened. We're not just pushing it under the covers. We actually, like, the characters at the end were mad, angry of what they went through, wanted repercussions, said the stuff that probably should be said to a queen, and then peaced out. Yeah, it really feels like the story is just beginning. That there is a lot to sort out within this this split of what is the Prince of Persia franchise. Now, I heard, of course, there have been a remake of Sand of Times in the work for a while, so the 3D side of things will hopefully get revived, and maybe then they'll have basically what is a Metroid formula. In the fact that not, of course, the main one being Metroidvania, but a lot of platformers, like action platformers like that kind of are Metroidvania-ish. You know, there's a lot of games where you can say, like, are they Metroidvanias too? Because structures aren't that different. Except there's a lot of people who are mainstream gamers who don't really like a 2D platformer. That is one of the issues with it as a whole. I'm perfectly all for them, graphic styles, etc., versus like the modern day photorealism. I'm all up for it, but not everyone is. They could end up with a Metroidvania formula where they've got a 3D game, Prime, which of course Prime 4 will be off in the distant future for Switch 2. And you've got your 2D games, which have been revived recently with Dread, etc., or, you know, Metroid Samus Returns. And you've got like 2 different ways of doing things. So that could be a way that Prince of Persia fans get a lot more within like the line in the future. There's got to be hunger for it, obviously. It was 13 years since this title came out. So, the only scary thing is, for the franchise, would be if this doesn't do well over time, and therefore it shows Ubisoft that there isn't passion for it. Could be an issue, but I have passion for it. This was great. Very much enjoyed it from start to finish. I love Metroidvanias. I love the exploration. The boss fights themselves, though I think there could maybe be more, were really good and high quality, challenging through a lot at you. Yes, I was beating them in 1 or 2 or 3 tries, but like a lot of the time, you guess when you start to like see the moves and then you're like, oh, okay, I can work counter here, dodge here at the start, and at the end, of course, I've got so much health that I'm just tanking to try and learn. They threw so much at you and so fast and so flashy that it was just cool. Rule of cool is good. I really liked it. Movement, fast, traversal, got better as the game went on, obviously, as a Metroidvania does. Great. The only thing I wish was that, like a traditional Metroidvania game, once you see an item, it shows up on the map. But I know that's what they wanted to do with their memory shards, to make you be the one who writes the guide, just like the old times. That's the only thing I want. I'd rather put the memory shards down to say, this is the power-up I need to get there, versus this is where the power-up is. You get me? I think that's the one critique I'd give on that side, is that I'd still like to know the power-up's there. Because in the Metroidvania game, you get the power-up marked on the map, and then you go, okay, I'll go there. And then you come back later and you go, oh, I don't have the power for that yet. But you know it's there. And I feel that's the thing. Having the memory shards to say, this is what's blocking the power-up is good. Put the power-ups on the map when you go past them. Because it's like, I'd rather know... That's the good thing about memory shards, is you get to see the puzzle and the item. But there's... when you've got little sparkles on the ground for the lore items, yeah, that I can miss. So I'm going to press quick scroll now to see if we've got a little bit extra, but that was great. Normal speed scroll. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And the last boss fight using the time mechanic again, we managed to get through it. After that little hiccup. How long are the credits? Cinematic counters were really cool as well, but it was interesting how they did them on such major bosses, but not on like Orod and Menorius so much. Those guys that were throwing out constant red attacks were punishing for that reason. When you add in the chance to get the counter in, you can kind of wait and... like I did with Kiana, was it? I was able to like stall the fight out to hit those moments. So I guess that's a bit of a thing with them. Maybe you need to make it so it's a bit harder to get them. It also feels like they've got a more generous parry timing on the yellows on a boss fight, is what I'd say. Probably because, of course, they want you to do the rule of cool thing in that moment and just go, yeah! Cool, crazy attack! It's the good times. Let the good times roll. Is there a way to skip? Oh, it's the circle button! Okay, we found the circle button. We can skip.
Sargon.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of Vahram.
Vahram didn't die. Technically. Vahram didn't die. Young Vahram gets a second chance. Previously murdered Vahram by Queen Tamiris gets a second life. That's interesting, because that means there's still 3 princes knocking around. That's not going to cause any kind of weirdness at all, I'm sure. Many thanks for playing. You can load your save file to continue your exploration of Mount Qaf and complete unresolved mysteries that we can. I'm wondering what our completion percentage ended up as. Right, so on completion, 97.16%. I was very, very, very close. Right, so now it's just tracking down the last little goodies, right? However, I think I might do that with the power of editing, because let's see what we've got left at this point in time. Death up there. Up in nowhere. We have 1 lore piece missing in the upper city. We have nothing. We've got everything in the Sacred Archive. We have 1 Xerxes and 1 treasure missing in the lower city. We have 1 treasure missing in the depths. Everything got there. Sunken Harbor is 1 Xerxes. And that's about it. Tower of Silence is 1 treasure. So it's few and far between. Oh, and 1 Xerxes in the Raging Seed. So I can definitely do that afterwards. As Biet gifts a sub to Teller. Thank you very much. Oh, I can take this off the map. But I think I'll clean that up in my own time, because it's going to require a bit of searching, or I could just refer to a guide, of course, as well. But I guess, to be honest, it would be nice to knock off the stream tonight, if you know what I mean. Because we got Persona 5 tomorrow, so we can talk about the game if you like. We can talk about things if you like, but that was a really cool final boss battle. I can't believe I actually completed it a little bit sooner than I thought. Well, actually, not necessarily I completed it sooner than I thought. I just completed it with more completion percentage than I thought. Because in that time, we actually got another 36%. So we were rocking through this last session. Anyway, let's go get the items with the power of editing, shall we? And so our collectible clear out for the 100% gets underway in the upper city, where our last lore item awaits. Now, I think this one's a fairly easy miss by the look of things, because it's back in the arena where we fought Vahram. Maybe I didn't realize after the fact that it had dropped there. Maybe it was there earlier. Maybe it was there at a different time. I do not know, but I did not see this small twinkling thing on the yellow kind of brick. Get instructions from our master. Prince Hassan is dead. Sargon killed him. He fled with Anahita. He joined his mentor's camp. I'm not much without you, but together we can restore Persia. Sargon must not interfere. We must stop Sargon and Anahita by any means necessary. That is the very last lore item. We have other items around the place to find, of course, mainly Xerxes. We've got a treasure down in the depths to find and a treasure in the lower city, so let's get those 2 next. Right, so I headed to the depths next to find it, and unfortunately I saw a little white dot through this wall as I was traversing up here via this fast travel point. Now it just looks like I hadn't taken down one of the poo pipes, or whatever you want to call them, to the left of this section to actually get through to this treasure chest. So with that, we claim a new amulet. Oh yeah, amulet. Slightly increases Afra build-up for each successful attack. Probably could have been quite useful at some point in time. So with that area 100%, let's go to the lower city. As long as I don't get pooed on. So I've come across the Xerxes coin in the lower city first of all, and hopefully that counts for the treasure as well. I don't exactly know how that works. I'm assuming it's treasure chests, but I can't be absolutely certain because, of course, there is a grapple point waiting for me just over here. And as long as I don't fall down, there's a Xerxes waiting just above it. plus one of them, and that does not count for my treasure, so we gotta keep looking. Alright, so fortunately my treasure hunting charm has started going off, so I'm assuming it is definitely a chest that we're getting. And it is just up on high over here, which just required basically the dash jump to get to. I just missed going back for it, or never even saw it. It was a chest containing time shards to complete the lower city all the way over here. Right. So, with that done, where next? I guess there's Xerxes to be got in other places. The Sunken Harbor, let's go there next. I'm actually kind of amazed I missed these Xerxes coins because I've definitely been down in the area, so I'm not actually sure how I did, but you can literally see it glinting at the bottom of the screen here, which really wasn't hard to get, but maybe required double jump now that I think about it to grab. Maybe that is the truth of it. So with that got, I guess it's the Raging Sea next, and then we've got a treasure in the Tower of Silence. Some of these Xerxes are incredibly obvious areas that I'm quite unsure how I managed to miss them, but if you look at the top there, or just to the right, you can clearly see a Xerxes that may have required this ability to get to now that I look at it. So it's still a rather late game one, but again, one I never even saw, one that I would have gone back and grabbed or put a memory shard down if I had seen it. But now we've got it. The Tower of Silence, I think, is the last thing we have to complete. So that is the 100% of our collectibles. Let's go. So with the help of my treasure hunting talisman, it didn't take me long to actually locate this one either. Because, of course, when you know you're in the right area, you know you're in the right area. And it is via a lot of grapple points by the look of things. Probably the last secret room I didn't unlock, but somewhat an obvious one, wouldn't you say? Once you've grappled up to the point. Of course, grapple was an ability that we got kind of like late, but we should have really checked that area out to sort things. So with that said and done, I am now, or should be, 100% complete. Let's check the main screen to find that out, but first I need to find a save point. So it turns out that what we hit for the credits versus getting every item that's up there in the top left when we're going around the map is only the difference of 0.14% compared to what we had before. So there is something else to do to get our 100% completion. So with that, let's go back in the game and search it up. So it turns out the missing thing for 100% completion is that you not only have to have found every item, which is normal for Metroidvanias, but you also have to have upgraded every single item to its maximum. You have to actually finish absolutely everything. Now, I've got 19,000 time shards to be able to do this in, but let's see if that actually holds out from advancing prices, as I'm going to now upgrade absolutely everything with the power of editing, of course, but as you can see, just one upgrade goes to Xerxes and 1,000. Makes me wonder if I'm going to have enough cash. And so, with nowhere near enough time shards to actually upgrade everything, even with the amount of time shards that I had at the time, I required a little bit of grinding. So putting on the amulet that allows me to get some extra shards, I looked up the basically killing these little mini Ehrlichs in this area can pretty much get you what you want in not too much time. Still might be like an hour's grinding or so, but hey, that's what you gotta do to get it. And you can pretty much just stand and bang with these guys. They don't do too much damage. They restore your health after you fight them, so you can just be as crazy as you want to be, and it all works out in the end. And this is my last Afro Surge for the platinum as well. So there we go. You can grind that out in the meantime too. But I now have exactly enough stuff to get what I need, and if you're very, very lucky, you can kind of come back sometimes, and these guys just respawn without you having to touch a Wak-Wak tree. But essentially, there's a Wak-Wak tree to the left, a Wak-Wak tree to the right. You just go and touch them, you grind them up, defeat them as fast as you can, and get your remaining time shards, which is what I've done. So with that said, I'm going to head back now and pop in the last one for 100%. And so I put the hammer down on my very last charm, and that will be 100%, which is not required for the platinum. The 100% itself isn't required for the platinum. Upgrading these aren't part of the platinum. None of that stuff is, which is kind of really interesting when you think of things, but every single amulet upgraded. Now let's hit a Wak-Wak tree, hit the save, and then go back to the main menu screen to see what's going on with us, because that should be done and done. So basically, it's stretch goals. You don't need the 100% for the platinum in this game at all. Okay, to system. To return to main menu. Give me what I want. There we go. A 100% file in slot 2 of Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I reiterate my desire to see yet again a sequel because there's so many questions after that ending and not really definitive answers. I've come to my own conclusion now that the three princes on the mountain, Hassan, of course, wasn't one of them at all, so therefore it was Vahram Young, and Sargon, correct? If you count it that way, that would be three princesses. What? Three princesses indeed, huh? Three princes, one had to die, one did die, two survived, plus an extra, what you could say, that no longer has any kind of crown, alright, which is interesting. They just walked straight away from it. Very good moral fiber. So I'm very interested in seeing more of this story, seeing where it could go from here. Another Metroidvania. But only time will tell. Will there be a DLC? If there is, I will be back for it. But for now, 100% of the game. Thank you guys for watching. The credits, the incredibly long credits that I didn't realize we could skip until way later, but I got to say all I had to say. Everything done. I'll see you next time for whatever Let's Play we do. Maybe Prince of Persia, maybe continuing this on, or maybe a different Metroidvania or a JRPG that I constantly run on the channel. Thank you guys for watching. That is all for now. For the last time for this series, I now say bye-bye.